Thank you very much, fellas. Yes, Vitality FaZe, another Dust 2 for us to dig our teeth into.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my goodness. There is so much talent on this server right now. Again, just back to back. We just had Liquid NRG. If you missed it, definitely one worth scrubbing through and watching again, because NRG have come to play and taken a big scalp along the way.
An interesting battle, I'm sure, is going to be a main talking point. Guardian versus ZywOo as we get into it. It'll be a C2 start, and there he is. One bullet fired. He removes the star player of FaZe Clan. Nico has nothing to say about this pistol round. No one to back him up, and it will be a 5-on-4 very quickly as they posture towards middle here. No short presence from the CTs. Slow approach here. RBK helps himself towards those long doors. Rush over. He's going towards T-spawn as well.
Oh, he's going to get so much information. Long completely clear.
Yeah, that's great. Nice push.
Apex can tuck himself in onto the site in support of ZywOo.
He'll get no intel here. He might assume they've gone towards the B tunnels.
You know what they say about assumptions? It makes an ass out of you and me.
Indeed. He seems to know
down.
now.
RPK, oh, that's going to confirm it. He starts to accelerate. All backs turned away. He has to get this right. Taps away at the first. The silencer attached firmly to the front. And 3 quick kills from RPK on the flank. That's lovely work.
Yeah, I really like that from Vitality. A beautiful kill from ZywOo to open things up there. Then they have the confidence to get not only the long doors, flash over and confirm that position is clear. A fast flank towards short. FaZe gave up their hand with the 2 smokes towards the A side. That was the invitation for RPK to come swinging around. They didn't anticipate that. He gets 3 in the back. They didn't even realize where he's coming from. That's the benefit of the silence USP. And we'll see a full eco by looks thing from FaZe. Just a flashbang. Objective to get that bomb down. Most common approach is up towards short, flash over, trade out a kill. And most of the time you can get it down if you send 5 players up. Incendiaries exchanged, and that's a missed one from the CT side, but not a big deal. Scout for MBK. FAMAS for RPK and Alex. Should be no problem here. But if FaZe can get the bomb down, that's a success in its own right. And MBK, that's not bad at all. Takes all of Meister down, no problem.
Just going to make things even more difficult. I want to overwhelm them with your numbers. That's all you've got. That's the only string to your bow. The flash from Neo, that's the only bit of utility. It does manage to force RPK off, enables him to come out. Will manage to tuck himself in just in the nick of time. And that's all the info he needs. You can see all of them. Oh my goodness, he's still kicking. Alex likely to finish off what he was started by RPK. Just Neo and Guardian left on long, just the Glocks. And that bomb plant, a distant forethought. ZywOo's USP. Oh, that tap on Neo. Just for the style points.
Well, the AKs come out in the third here. FaZe Clan, not with the ideal start here. They will not have the AWP, of course, into this first gun round. We are going to see the M4 for ZywOo, though. Hit some beautiful shots so far with just that USP.
A distinct weaponry advantage for FaZe into the third.
Yes. But a big round if Vitality pick this one up. They'll recover AK-47s. Their money will be stable. It's a fast B approach here. Incendiary's decent, but FaZe Clan push through.
From decent to detour, Apex tucks himself in after the flash arrives, but ZywOo, he's arrived in a very big way. That M4 you talk about has already got himself 2. Now NBK's scouting another in the backside. Neo's gone, just all off. 90 seconds still on the clock, and FaZe, they're already out of this. Ooh, and the Banshees are back.
Not even a single kill, barely a lick of damage there. They go for the fast B approach there. Flashbangs were decent, but the Incendiary segregated the T's as it's designed to do. They can't break through the tunnels at all. 3 kills come in very quickly indeed. And we're going to have to see another partial buy here. ZywOo just dodges all the flashbangs, lines them up, knocks them down, and Apex is absolutely loving it. Remember, they started off their major campaign here against Simon Gaming on Dust 2, and they lost 16-8. They had a really rough challenger section. They said they had a lot of work to do going into the new Legends here, and this is looking much better as up against Glocks and Deagles here. 1 scout for Guardian, but I don't see a world that they get much done here unless some really impactful scout picks or tags come through.
What do you make of NBK's answer to Sue right at the end of their interview? After locking themselves in that chaotic battle in the last game of the Challenger stage, he said, sometimes I think we just need to have an argument.
Yeah, no,
get it all out there.
Yeah, sometimes that's the best way, you know. Get it all off your chest and vent your opinions, make sure everyone's aware of them, and you don't necessarily want that to go down when the tournament's live, right? When you've still got a game that day or the following morning.
To manifest in passive-aggressive comments or missed calls.
Exactly. So you can really address them properly when you know you've got a couple of days off, and we'll see if they can maintain this form. Guardian will be dropped, courtesy of Apex. Like we said, if they won that previous round against the AKs, they would recover so much there. Now the money's getting stronger and stronger, and they're going to get another $3,200 for winning this round.
NBK's still on his second round. Scout went to round 4, and ZywOo, not another double. Every round he arrives early. This time he does manage to take the majority of FaZe Clan down in mid. Halves them, just Nico and Neo, 2 naked Desert Eagles. Alex makes short work of the first and repositioning to go ahead and confirm it. That will be 4-0, untouched, unscathed. And they are starting to build that bank you're talking about, Hank.
Yeah, they absolutely are.
He's not going to stay on that scout.
I think he might do, you know? They want to keep the money as strong as possible, see how far they can take this. I would like the AWP at this stage, knowing the Guardian's going to have his. Throwing away a scout is not like you're throwing away thousands and thousands of dollars, but either way, they'll hold on to it. Guardian with the best spot he can get. He will not focus towards the mid doors at all. He's cleanly going to pick towards long. Very good at this sort of style, but he has got the scout up against him. Surely has the advantage here, but doesn't land the shot. Only takes a little bit of damage there with the Molotov, and Olofmeister, after hitting the information that 2 are towards long, he can probably help himself towards these short steps. Here's Rain, one of the main protagonists of FaZe Clan. 0-4 right now, but Dust 2 is his stomping ground. He has posted some remarkable performances on this map.
Holds the record, no less, for kills without a death. 20 on Dust 2. 21, I think someone corrected me last time I said 20.
Yeah, I think it was 21.
21, my goodness.
Back towards long they go. They still have smokes here. Ideally want to be smoke in the corner, flashing over, focusing towards that pit, but look at the positioning from RPK, with the scout backing him up as well. So the idea is MBK will get a tag, fall back, ideally a kill, and RPK will be baited into towards that corner. Flash towards A. MBK not quite sure as to what's going on here. You can see they've got no vision towards that side of the map, and now a lot of utility from the T side. RPK might be alone on this one.
This could be a recipe for disaster. They don't check the corner, and RPK with just the FAMAS. That's huge. That's the bomb. That could very well be the round. Just Guardian on long does manage to stem the bleed just a little bit, but MBK in quick response. The bomb is with them. Now this gets awkward for FaZe Clan. Sure, you've got A, but the bomb... Guardian locked in. He's going to change that. Completely relinquishes all of that pressure. Now they can start battling into the site. Not if ZywOo catches Neo, though. On the cross is just Guardian. And just there it is, the double A's. Alex and Apex. Vitality continuing to go untouched. 5-0 now.
RPK overlooked in the corner. Always is on for 3 there as well. Guardian gets a nice shot, but as you can see, the bomb was down here. 30 seconds remaining. They're getting pincered from shore. FaZe Clan are starting to shrink here on Dust 2. Money is not ideal. They're averaging around $3,500 per player. As we enter round number 6 here, they'll take a tactical timeout to discuss their options. And Yanko will have to work out what the formula is going to be going forward here. Nico will purchase the AK-47. Rain will join him. There'll be no Guardian AWP. He instead has the AK armor, no grenade approach. Olofmeister yet to buy armor. There it is. He can afford 1 smoke grenade. That is it. As we enter into a very compromised position on the T side. Remember, we followed this. We've casted a lot of Dust 2 games this tournament. It's been the T sides that have been dominating.
That's true. And that's even more indicative of the power of Vitality's CT side. It was actually in their last showing, I think it was versus Greyhound, they picked up 13 CT rounds from Vitality.
Yeah.
They do seem to have mastered this defense. So far, FaZe yet to break through. Nico has broken through on long, but that's just going to be given to him. Instead, they back up. Rain fast enough short. I was ready for it again.
Bomb down. How do they recover that? Incendiaries now, follow it up with the HEs. This is just so overwhelming for FaZe. There's nothing you can do. Alex wants a deagle kill as well. Neo's locked into the corner. Here's the slowing down. He runs out of bullets. But here comes the cavalry pushing up from B. They've actually managed to bring this down to a 4-on-1 already. FaZe have got no response.
Their pressure is suffocating. You see it from the FaZe perspective. There's nades, there's players. You just can't find a way in, certainly not without some serious casualties.
This is classic French style on Dust 2 now. They've really found their confidence on the Vitality side. Just when you think you found an opening, there's a chance for you to trade out kills, all of a sudden 2 players swinging in the back, through flames, through smokes. You've got no idea. You're completely flashed. And here we have Nico. 3 versus 1. Has time to work with the bombs down towards short, remember. He's looking for any sort of openings he can get at this stage, but he has no grenades. He does have 100 HP, but at this stage, Is anyone going to offer themselves up? It's only 40 seconds now, and they still have 2 smokes, incendiaries, and full control of the bomb. He won't be getting near this, Alex.
And just like that, this first smoke arrives. Playing this one perfectly, trying to limit what NiKo can be capable of in this round. A very powerful player. He's been kept quiet so far by the French. 15 seconds, no time.
Even if he gets 1 kill here, it doesn't really make much of a difference. They were going in with scouts, remember. They've saved every penny. Zyra will close things out there. NiKo will get some cash for the next round, but loss bonus will only get you so far. They haven't actually planted the bomb so far. They're 6-0 down. The bomb hasn't been planted on the T side.
They've got 6 kills in 6 rounds, Henry.
Yep.
That's
no plants.
As a team, FaZe Clan. That is
good.
Another highlight still. There's going to be another, I imagine, timeout. Yeah, that's the second tactical pause, and that's just coming into round 7, no less, Henry.
Okay, well, FaZe Clan will take another tactical timeout, as you mentioned. Money isn't great. They're going to have to take this one on the chin and see what can be done. An execution, potentially. NiKo has a scout already, but he hasn't got armor to go with it. 6 frags in 6 rounds between 5 players. That's not just one individual, that's all 5 in the squad. Really not ideal.
That bank they built up as well. I mean, you know, we saw MBK running around with a scout round 5. They are looking so set for the run on the defense.
That says a lot about their mindset right now. The fact they're not worried about losing those rounds and they're hitting such remarkable shots that is letting FaZe Clan buy all the guns for them. They're buying the orbs for them, they're buying the AKs and Kriegs as well. As you can see, MBK wielding one of those. So scouts and deagles, they've got 1 smoke remaining here. Guardian and Rain towards the middle position. NiKo there with the scouts as well. Neo holding towards the long doors, but Alex tucking himself in the same corner. RBK found himself in the previous. We'll see if NiKo, with this mid-control, can do anything with the scout here.
Yeah, and combine that with the fact he's playing anti-flash just means that in case they were trying to make good on the mistake they made previously and flash that corner, not only was RPK there, but so was Alex. Now, NiKo actually posted up, could get a catch if Apex was to touch the S key on his keyboard. Mid-control completely foregone. Shot fired. That's going to draw eyes, Zywoo's in particular, towards that cross. There is only 1 smoke in play on this buy. Rain has it. Rain is part of the mid-party, and so it plumes.
Oh, here we go then. An opening. B-tunnels is a problem here. They're not watching it on the Vitality side. Neo might find himself a double, especially with just a few bullets left in that. Krieg is actually looking quite good now for FaZe. If they can find this shot, they're onto something, but Guardian will be taken down. Bomb planted for the first time on this map for the T side. They've got a chance here. 2 rifles, but Neo and Olaf Meister. Now just the former remains towards those B tunnels. Surely he'll be taken down. He's going to be flashed off the position. Nice opening kill. They know exactly where he is, however, and Zywoo, no problem in finishing things off there. Another successful round. $3,500 in the bag. Your extra cash for winning by a defuse. So up to 12 grand now. I think they're pretty much sorted for the rest of the half. They're not really showing any signs of slowing down here at all, Alex.
Yeah. That nade from Zywoo, no less, Kobe. And a performance reminiscent of its namesake. He has continued to deliver.
Yes.
These multi-kills are off the charts. 13-1. We saw his KD differential. It kind of set social media ablaze. And 1 through the smoke, no less. That was the nade kill you missed, but catching Neo in tunnels to make it 3. Apex. He's on 13-1, Henry. We talk about that KD. He's got, what is it, 1,200? 1,200 kill differential.
Damn.
Between his kills and his deaths, and you can see why.
Well then, Zywoo this time towards CT spawn. FaZe with weaponry once again. They have everything they need for a successful round here. I would say the execution towards A is on the cards, but RPK's got long control once again. Apex will get the first. Olaf Meister removing the B side of the map.
That's straight through smoke.
Yep, it absolutely is. You can see that there. So, they wanted to know execution here. They've already lost a player. Guardian's down to 57. How can they get close towards this bomb site? They're now smoked out. It'll have to be NiKo to hold up a beat. 2 players towards short. Bomb on the back of Neo right now. Holding in position. Zywoo, though, anything but. He wants the next kill. Narrowly misses out on the timing there towards Neo, but there is another opportunity in the form of NiKo. Less than a minute remaining. Smoke towards the left-hand side of the door to block vision from B window. Also smoking CT spawn, just to force some rotations here. It's just going to be Nico goes up by himself. Whenever they're desperate for a round on the FaZe side, it always seems to be Nico that finds exceptional work here towards his mid position. He has snuck through. They seem to be aware.
Alex on the defense though, there's 3 players. He does evade the flash, he can do a lot of work here, already catches Rain. There was no trade available. Now Neo and Guardian a little late to this one, and he's going to get 2. Guardian left to his own devices then to find this round. With 20 seconds left, he has access to the bomb, but he won't have a chance. And won't have access to life support, he's gone.
Damn.
Vitality continued this unbroken run on the defense. They did it versus Greyhound, and a lot of, ifs, buts, and maybes were presented. But now they're doing it against FaZe Clan.
Yeah, this CT side has been so strong for them. Can't really point out any flaws, and FaZe can get nothing done. They got the mid-control that Nico was looking for there. All the smokes deployed, but his teammates executed towards A. Barely got close to the site. They still have money. Well, they get the initial shot here. Guardian spots one crossing, but nothing done. ZywOo dodges a flashback, holds towards middle. This time, surely Nico gets him. He will find that opening frag. They can commit towards A. There's outside long. That grenade is devastating. Oh my goodness. Neo down to 1 point of health. They are getting absolutely ravished here.
Oh, Neo is a shell of his former self. Actually, fortunately for him, does manage to scavenge away Guardian's AWP, at least able to sit at the back and contribute in a much bigger way than he would have been able to with the rifle. Regardless, Vitality hold the advantage. I feel like a broken record.
Yeah, there's nothing that can be done. FaZe, it looks like they get any sort of opening. All of a sudden, it's shut down straight away. Alex, confident, holding towards short. 11 kills to his name, just 2 deaths. Fantastic performance from the British in-game leader here. Looking to shut down the positioning. And he's in the right area. I think it's a quick kill. Why not? And there's Nico, giving up his position. 3 versus 2. Advantage, Vitality. No grenades for them. Bomb down towards lower. It's up to Rain and Nico. If ever there was a duo that could make this happen, these names would be up there in the conversation. But Rain yet to post a frag. 0 and 8.
Somewhat of a juxtaposition from his previous record.
Yeah, absolutely.
But still, yet to frag. Round 9, 30 seconds. And with that numbers advantage, Alex is looking to extend it. He's holding elevator. It's quite a perfect positioning from him to get the first. Now Nico. Guardian couldn't quite cut it, but now Nico, the hero of this round, he would have to ace. Having to clutch. The nade lands straight on his nose, down to 39 before he even gets to fire a bullet. Vitality, their utility has been suffocating. I've used that word before, but I mean it. So difficult to find just a breath, a chance, a round.
Yeah, it's the best chance they've had, and it's a 2 versus 1 against them. That is saying something.
And arrive at the same time.
He's been spotted, surely. Yep, there it is. It was a nice idea. He was hoping he could just hold position, but he had no utility, no HP. Had to play something a little cheesier there. Didn't work out for him. And a pretty easy finish for Vitality. Yeah, 9-0 now, but the bomb's planted with the maximum loss bonus to continue to buy. Nico gets 3 kills and still not enough. $16,000 for MBK. Same story for ZywOo. It's really out of control now in terms of their finances. They will not be broken in that department. I don't think this entire half. They'll be continuing with the single orb setup. It's working out very well for them. RPK with the AK-47 towards long made sense. Means he can have 1 taps in the pit position. And even with the opening kill on ZywOo, you think that's enough. Detects the rotating players, but still taken down 1 by 1. The great grenade from RPK pretty much nullified his efforts. Double digits on the cards here before FaZe will even post a round.
I do love that Apex will always push his mic up before starting to scream. He's a conscientious player.
Yeah, absolutely.
How kind of him. And so into our 10th round, and this could be Vitality's 10th. Quite the crazy concept. See how this one shapes up. Getting a lot of information.
ZywOo's got this one.
Guardian's gone.
So before they've even initiated their B approach there, Guardian picking for information towards middle, but ZywOo just devouring every player in front of him right now. See if he can hold strong here. Remember they said they're heading towards B at this stage. They do have a few smokes available to them. We've seen plenty of contact plays towards B with a single smoke down, but they don't have no flash to follow it up, Alex. That is why this probably won't work out. If you have the flash, you can push the AWP off. How do you get him out of position right now with just a smoke? 30 seconds now. 7 of those will be removed by virtue of the incendiary. That's the 1 smoke. But remember, they've got no way of actually getting the CTs out of position. 25 seconds now. Oh, there's a gap as well. Zaiwu's got a guaranteed kill here. Maybe not.
Nice jiggle from Olaf. Zaiwu realizes that that's enough. 18 seconds, they start to charge. NBK's on the bricks though. FaZe, they're looking lost in the smoke. He still disappears and NBK just gets the one. Nico pulling them, kicking and screaming into the B site. RPK and Alex, they're miles away. FaZe will just about get that bomb down. 3 seconds to spare. And I think this drought will finally be resolved. FaZe Clan picking up their very first. A B explode and a call from Nico to get them there.
Well, there we have it. Finally, the first round posted. And you're right, Nico finding that footing there. I was so worried for their approach towards B. If that shot connects with Zaiwu, which, to be honest, what we've seen so far probably should have done. That round's done, he'll fall back and they would have nothing there. But luckily for FaZe, he misses out the shot finally. And it looks like Nico will hold on to the AWP. But remember, the money has been so strong for Vitality. Alex will hold on to his M4 towards the T-spawn position. And they will get 1,400 on top of what they have right now, which is already substantial. So there we go. Be a double AWP setup. We've seen NBK with that secondary AWP in this tournament actually looking very strong indeed. And that's always going to be a viable approach on Dust 2, just to mix things up, especially when you feel like maybe FaZe have worked out how to break down your setup, especially like we talked about before when Liquid brought out the secondary AWP towards B. It's a good way to counter those splits. So NBK with $7,900, hasn't bought just yet. I'm looking for that secondary AWP, not going to happen. Goes to the M4 instead. Guardian long spawn once more. Haven't really said much about Guardian, and it's Dust 2 as well. You'd think he'd be the focal point.
I mean, yeah, 2 of his 3 frags were in this long exchange.
Yeah.
Didn't quite net FaZe the round. Aggression once again pushed towards. In the meantime, Apex trying to keep mid safe and sound. Rain will trade for the fallen comrade, but my goodness, look at that. Alex leaping from short.
Yeah, they didn't see it coming at all. Vitality are 1 step ahead almost every single time. Olofmeister recovers the AWP, but it's a 4-on-2. Here we go then.
These early disadvantages for FaZe Clan are just brutal.
Yeah, it's out of control. 1 pick towards Apex. They tried to go for that fast mid approach. Like I said, when things get desperate, Dust 2, normally Nico running out middle and killing people. They go for that again. Fortunately, they only find the 1 kill as a trade. Nico's still alive, 100 HP. They have a smoke Molotov, and that should be a kill for Nico. It is going to be. Lovely work.
He did lose his, well, I was going to say a single point of health. Didn't lose health down to 97, but I mean, that's exactly what he needed in order to make a 2 versus 4 happen. A couple of clean wins.
Still a chance here, but here he is. Most talked about Counter-Strike player at the moment. Zaiwu with an incendiary. 30 seconds remaining. He'll probably drop that at about the 30-second mark. That's ideal. Just when you're detecting threat, it's gone quiet. You want to get one of those down, run the clock down if you can. His teammates will be waiting in CT spawn and the B bomb side. That's going to be MBK anchoring the other side of the map.
Oh, bullet fired, and there's the Molotov you were talking about. 13 seconds left, hacking him up with the P250. Molotov finishes it. Olaf left with 8 seconds left. He wants to just try and keep that AWP into the next. Vitality have done it again and again. It will be the 10th now, 10-1. FaZe after their victory on B fall just short of the mark.
Now they don't have maximum loss bonus. They'll have 4th stage. That's $2,900 coming in on top of that saved AWP. Nico cannot fully invest. Neo, same story, but Rain and Guardian can join him. I think they're so desperate for rounds at this point. The fact they've saved an AWP and all of money's already broken. Probably have to go for this, Alex, with a compromised setup, and they haven't looked too good in the full gun round. So maybe change the pace up completely as they take their 3rd tactical timeout in the first half. We saw this in the previous game. Liquid were able to recover, however. This one looks like it might be too far gone.
It certainly feels that way.
Mac 10s. Nico still yet to buy 3,200. He get Galil armor or go Deagle armor of utility. Discussing their options once more. It's not looking good for FaZe here. UMP, Nico opts for. Guardian needs to start arriving some damage here.
I did not think coming into today, legend stage of the major, that we'd be calling some of these matchups. Round 12, too far gone. Nice connection from Guardian.
That's more like it.
That will be haunting NBK for the remainder of this round. Neo with his Mac 10, that's huge from him. Walks in, Nico's flash enables him to find the frag onto Alex, but no, RPK's not done. Zaiwu being pushed though, catches another on the extend. He's tagged up, fragged up, that's big. They have access to A now. RPK on long. A little bit of a grey screen, but still managing to keep things alive, and only just, my goodness, NBK and RPK, very little health to show for the rest of this round. NBKCT, RPK Long, they are really going to struggle to make an impact in this last one. Confirmed by Olofmeister. Beautiful stuff. FaZe Clan find their second. They needed it, and they're going to need the rest.
Yeah, I think so. 2 will not do. They have 1 more buy to negate here as Vitality. It's going to be actually a pretty difficult round here after losing a couple now. We'll see if they want to fully invest in this. Could take a partial buy. Might be the first tactical timeout for them. It is indeed. So the first one they've looked a little bit shaky here.
Yeah, I guess they've been kept honest over the couple of these round wins.
Yeah, so they've lost 2 of the last 3, and the round they did win in between that, they only had 2 players surviving there. So they've had a lot of reinvestments. Obviously, everyone going down the previous round has cost them quite a lot of cash. 10-2. FaZe starting to wake up now. A good damage from the start of the round. We said Guardian needed to start posting some damage. He gets a tag initially in the door. That will silence at least one of the players on towards that B side of the map, and it looks like the full investment from Vitality comes in. Here's RPK. I can't believe he got this kill, to be fair.
I thought he was dead.
Yeah, me too.
Good work from Olof, though. Pieced together where they were coming from.
See Nico's having a rough time out there. So I always go with a blast cannon AWP. As we get into round 13 here. Positioning himself towards short. Presumably, I was going to say doesn't push all the way around about the armor, but he's more than happy to take the challenge. They push towards that, but Olof's got a couple of kills, maybe, or nothing, it seems. Full B control now for the CTs.
Maybe not. Look at that. Wow, complete turn of the tide. They charged straight towards B. He wasn't ready for it. Olof caught off guard. Rain, that's a good catch to keep things level.
Indeed. ZywOo.
He has no armor, and he's actively hunting down this player.
He can't scope now. He has to remain in this position because if he makes a click, they'll hear him. Neo is the linchpin of the operation here. Nico sees one towards mid doors, and that's going to be the call. ZywOo spots player towards short as well. Nails the shot. Nico, oh no. He was the only player in position to do anything with that round. Less than a minute, 4-2. Rain, 21 HP. Guardian in towards a pit with the bomb on his back. They can smoke the crossover, but only once. They don't have double smoke grenades available to them. A flash, a smoke, a Molotov towards quad perhaps. How do they gain access? Here's the smoke. Remember, just the one. You have to try and throw in the middle, flash over. There will be gaps.
As well, you talked about that nades, but that's all they've got to count on. Just Guardian. Rain taken down by ZywOo. Connects a nice shot onto the aforementioned AWP. Guardian looking for a second, close quarters, Alex can just push him. Whoa. But Guardian's back in the server, looking to go 1 versus 4. Guardian!
Here we go.
Absolutely ridiculous. He's got a good idea on NBK's position, trying to draw him out. 19 seconds. But NBK stands his ground. Trying to be the hero. Guardian draws him out, but NBK, too damn good. Has the scope of the Krieg, taps on the head, and Vitality on 11.
We finally see some magic there from Guardian. That felt almost too good. That's all we've come to expect from that guy. Regarded in Counter-Strike as one of the best snipers of all time, and you can see why. Give him an inch and he'll take a mile every single time. This kill was ridiculous. Alex gets a taste of the AWP, so does Apex, but still NBK plays it to perfection. Gets himself closer and closer to the bomb site. If Guardian hits that shot, it could have been a very different story. 10-5 is almost certainly going to happen as the rush towards upper B. Otherwise, you're done for. Knife in hand, drop to the floor. One
of the worst ways to die in Counter-Strike. Not only, you know, the buy's down, but aggression from the CTs, knife out in his hands. Nice work into Long. They take RPK down. There's only the MP9 to scavenge. That's not going to help them in their pursuit. And certainly not towards Long. Look at Apex's position. He's already pushing straight round towards T-spawn. Neo's already gone. He can lock the rest in. The nail gun, the MP9, NBK's pushed up as well. This is brutal. They're everywhere.
Nico might be able to get a kill with a deagle here. There it is. It's a nice shot. Looks quite pretty, but doesn't have much of a knock-on effect considering so many players around him here. If he gets another, maybe there's something to talk about here. But 48 HP. The Eagle armor in hand. Apex trying to make his way through. Remember that shadow advantage, we talked about that this week. That's a little bit clumsy from him, but they still win the round. And we will see 12-2 at the top of your screens there. This is convincing. Vitality look unstoppable right now. As FaZe will only have 2 rounds to the name so far, but it's a full buy after the eco in the previous. They need this, Alex, desperately.
Just when I started to think, I understood, okay, Dust 2's starting to look a bit more T-bias. You know,
yes.
Oh, T-side, clearly more teams have got their head around it, but can't go making statements like that when Vitality remind me, or rather FaZe Clan, however you want to frame it, just how powerful that CT side can look. 12-2, our final round of the first half here. FaZe Clan have really struggled to make any impact against this French squad. A team that have been so close to being eliminated in the previous stage, right down to the final best of 3. But now in the Legends stage, they do seem to be displaying Legends qualities. Look at that from ZywOo. Aggression up the tunnels. Previously, they're rushing that with SMGs. Now there's an AWP there.
Yeah, well, they're going to have to go for this A commitment here. Hopefully catch Alex off guard. They have managed to get close towards the bomb site. RPK only with the FAMAS there. He's trying to take aggro away. Alex has been great so far in this first half. Flashbangs are decent as well. Surely a couple of kills to his name here. Rain isolated on the bomb site. It's Nico that has to find multiple kills. Nothing can be done. Neo will get 2 kills, Alex, but it's 13-2 overall. What a impressive performance from the French side there. Nothing like the first day when they lost to Simon Gaming 16-8. That was tremendous.
Yeah, the same map, no less. Vitality. They are an unpredictable beast, but this is going to be an unpredictable comeback if FaZe want to make an impact on it. 13-2. We're taking a break. FaZe Clan versus Vitality. A lot of people expecting this one to be a clash for the ages.
Yes, indeed. It's been anything but. And you can see them limping into the second half here. A dejected FaZe trying to pick up the pieces here. They're going to need this pistol desperately. They have forced it to Kevlar, 2 flashes and a defuse kit. And we'll have a look at the Vitality setup. RPK yet to buy. No utility spotted whatsoever here. Could be a straight up B rush considering the spawn. RPK, he's done this a few times this tournament, taking the full eco on the T pistol, right?
And with the fastest spawn, no less. First.
So, not going to be rushing, but how do they gain access to the bomb site with no grenades at all? Fascinating. See what they can do with it. Rain, great position to start opening things up. And nice start with it.
One. So many heads presented to him, but just narrowly missing the mark.
Rain. 4 and 16 now. Like we said, he holds the record on this map. It's not been one of his stronger showings. Run boost from ZywOo here. This is going to be explosive. You can see Nico ready on the other side. It's a P2 fouls for ZywOo, and he goes.
Trying to take him off. That would have been ridiculous. Nico, though, still living on the site. He has been tagged and forced back. Has to count more on Neo. There's the utility for the CTs. Doesn't really do too much for him. Neo, though, that's a start. Guardian on the way in as well. Olaf closest. Going to have to try and take one hit, but NBK from the heavens descends towards round. Bomb now down. It's ZywOo. That's a big one. And why does Apex sound like a balloon losing air? How does he do that?
That's insane. That's spot on, actually. That's exactly what it sounds like.
He's got one in there.
Oh, God. Well, that is quite the pistol round. Rain spots a few heads towards low. If he gets even a player there, that probably slows him right down. But the run boost, of course, is so overwhelming. Nico just trying to find one, couldn't get it done. And then MBK to shut things down with a burst fire. You can see what it means to Apex. You're right, he does move the microphone each and every time. Maybe he's using voice activation, doesn't want that nonsense down team speak, you know. So we have to be a force fight from FaZe. They can't go 15-2 down.
It's obviously part of his contract. It's like, you can scream, we'll allow you. Mute the mic, please. Please, this is it. This is really the last chance saloon, and it's round 17. Testament to the incredible performance we've seen from the French squad here.
Well, this is why Vitality are considered the #2 team in the world. They play like this, it makes sense, but Nico does find an opening there. Remember, force buy. And that's a strong start towards middle. They're going to contact play towards B. Guardian's going to get more than he bargained for here. Nice shoulder peek, though. Sets himself up, and there's a couple of kills here. This is looking much better, as Zywu will have to use the creep, but it's not going to be good enough. And now Apex shut down. The force buy is enough. Keeps them in the game at least.
They'll be able to pick up themselves up a couple of treats as well after that one. A Krieg and an AK preserved. They have to build quite the bank here. And bringing those weapons through enables them to start doing so. Let's see that from Nico. Let's see it from his POV. He takes the head off Alex. It must have just been a cracker towards Xbox. Let's see that from... I think it was a flash, actually, in support from Olof, Meister, and Guardian. Lovely work with his UMP. And we've got ourselves some armor and some deagles. A French mix, a classic.
Oh, yes. The way they're playing right now, I have every faith they can do some damage here. Looking for match point. This is our 1-0 setup here. FaZe managed to take out mouse sports yesterday. Looking like a shadow of them former selves, though. This is worrying in their campaign here at the Major. No helmets, just to know that on the Vitality side. They've gone for Deagle armor, but just Kevlar. Got one smoke remaining. A flashbang as well. Alex leads the charge towards middle, but Rain, prime position, but smoker's position presumably. Here it comes. Grenade as well. Here's the smoke.
Guardian's playing outside as well. Perfect flash, but they can't catch Alex. He manages to escape. They're charging in towards A, actually. Nico's so low, and only with the scout, he can't do anything. Apex is the one to connect those shots. Neo's now in a weird position.
Yep, he's got to watch out for long and the bomb side, of course. Luckily, no plant just yet, so he might be able to do something with this. It's much better from Neo. Plant goes in. Still a difficult round, but they have the advantage now.
That bomb down gives them a chance. Just as much as we pulled it from Nico's corpse. Neo, another one. 3 frags in the round. RPK is slaughtering 2. Tags him up another. Neo on car. Now look to finish what his teammate started. Alex can't. Oh, but my God, there is so much skill in this Major right now. Every time we see these impossible scenarios, every shot so pinpoint precise. It doesn't matter what weapon. These players, they can do it with anything. Neo, he does manage to pick himself up the ace to keep FaZe Clan fighting.
He really does keep the team alive there. RPK, it looked like enough. 2 brutal headshots. The third was on the cards as well. 2 body shots wasn't quite enough to take down the third. That would have been the round. But surely we'll see a Vitality eco at this point, because they did get the bomb plant and they'll be buying up next round, but don't really have enough to justify another investment here. What a great performance from Neo this was. Applying the pressure. You can see RPK got him down to 11 health. Wasn't quite enough.
Alex had a chance. Great work. FaZe doing everything they had to so far. 2 rounds in a row. So many more required before we can start talking about a comeback. Alex did get caught as he disappeared into that smoke, but he'll choose to use that as somewhat of a bait and switch. Heading now towards the A site with his team. Just one exception to that, and that's NBK, who's currently just standing in the smoke with Neo. Nico looking towards the short side. They've already caught a nade, and that should be all she wrote. Nico's just lining them up and knocking them down. NBK finally arrives through that smoke, and Neo was there to greet him. And so FaZe find 5. 3 now in a row. Let's not forget the run Vitality had to start this one off. 8, I believe, in quick succession off the back of the first round of play.
Here we go then. FaZe Clan down but not out, that's for sure. Here's Nico getting it done with the AWP. Very calm, up against an eco. Deny the plant, and potentially the AWP in general. Smoke towards long, Olof Meister floundering somewhat, misses the incendiary, but falls back. Long control granted towards Vitality here. 4 players in position. We have NBK holding middle, looking for a swing from Nico, who is primed and ready with the AWP, not Guardian. 15 kills in Nico's name. Always a talking point in Dust 2.
So when you're given this much control without too much hard work, Vitality, what's your next step?
Well, ideally, you need more control than just long. You need to focus towards short as well. Nico gives himself up there. The follow-up incendiary as well sends Rain packing. He'll hold towards position. The bounce off the windowsill, though, doesn't quite catch Rain, but he can't seem to find any footing at Dust 2 so far. Neo is so compromised here. He'll get the kill towards NBK surely, but he won't get much else. Looking for match point. It's a 4 versus 2. Olof Meister and Guardian. Can they even do anything with this?
NBK, he didn't even have the advantage on that first fight. Still takes it, then gets another.
Yeah, ridiculous.
The guys at the analyst desks, said it. Yeah, sure, Zai was a good player, but there's so much more to it. In fact, I correct myself. It was Yanko in his interview, and we're seeing prime examples of it. NBK, huge performance from him. Puts him at 18.
Yeah, they have to save. Take this one on the chin. 15-5, locked in. They have money, sure, but it's just like so locked in, the vitality of winning that round. It's just not worth. You might as well save the AWP, the Krieg, and hopefully get 10 rounds in a row to take us to overtime. Very unlikely, I have to say, but yeah, it's all they really have right now.
We haven't seen the odds on the screen in some time. They were dead even at the start. It's one. Vitality exceeding all expectations. It depends how you want to frame it. Here comes the big call. You know what happens when teams are backs against the wall, especially on that CT side, Henry. It is double AWP.
Double AWP setup. Normally, a sign that things are starting to fall apart here, but it could be what saves them. It's going to take such a long, laboured effort here to get to overtime, but they'll give it everything they've got. Crossing over towards B, Guardian makes it safely. Smokes and flashes though, position towards long. RPK to try and break through. Gets past the flames, and the CT are in trouble here. He goes down though. Good response from Neo and Rain.
Yeah, Neo actually was throwing that nade well before RPK fully committed. He had a good understanding of how they were going to try and play that one. Had the spawn, had the position, but handled by FaZe. Step one complete. What should be an impossible comeback connection from Guardian. Could we see another dunk? Looks like NBK is lucky to be alive. Catches him on his heels, down to 2.
Yeah, he's been removed from the round for now. Neo and Guardian taking damage, still 5 versus 4. Flash towards middle from NBK. His teammates are towards top of middle with the bomb. They're going to leave Apex on top of the blue bin. Drops off for now, looking to find the opening pick, but Nico's there, nails the shot.
FaZe, they want to just start finding their confidence, finding their feet in this game, and it's going to come down to some strong individual performances just to get that fire lit.
So it's towards B they'll go. 3 players towards the tunnels. Guardian's there with the AWP, and he just about takes away NBK with 2 points of health. The nade tickles him. That's enough. That should be round confirmed.
That must be so frustrating. He's been so far away from it for so long after his initial damage. Just as he returns to the scene of the crime, another nade arrives. And so, yes, a familiar tale. Looks like they'll be looking to just make the best out of a bad situation. Zaiwu and Alex, they're going to be giving it a good shot. Little flash dribbling out and trying to take that fight. The Guardian is ready for it, so ready for it. A double and not a single body drop for FaZe Clan.
There it is. Got to start believing. They have broken the money once more. And Vitality, you can see $2,200 for Zaiwu. Not fantastic scenes overall. NBK just under $4,000 as well. As they look to close things out. Here's the replay from Guardian, looking comfortable as ever with the AWP. Starting to turn up now, but now match point has been established so early on, it might be too little too late. Partial buy. As Vitality bring out the P250s. Deagles, they're going to go for more long focus once again to RPK. Trying to break through, and he's done significant damage towards Rain, but receives a lot himself. 95. As he holds towards the blue bin, the nade should remove him. There it is. Up towards short they go, trying to get that plant down if possible. It's RPK to keep the attention towards long. Miss shot from Nico again.
With that miss and that attack, they might be able to cross and get that bomb down, maybe even more. Rain continuing to deliver, so does Zaiwu. It can't be this one. For FaZe's sanity, it can't be this one. They've got the bomb down. Sure, there's kits. Yes, they have the weapons advantage. Nades galore. This still gives FaZe the advantage, but they take their time. So it's an optimal arrival as well, coming from CT. Olof, big head, takes off Apex. And BK shut down as well, and that should be all she wrote. Zaiwu, though, is left, and he will not be able to find himself a third. But keeping them under lock and key. Rain, he's going to get himself a commendation for that one, keeping FaZe stable against what should have been an open and shut case.
Yeah, Rain, his first very impressive round. Gets 4 kills, gets his total up to 10. Double up set up once more for FaZe. 8 rounds now required. As Vitality will have a full buy now. Zaiwu presume will bring out the AWP here. They'll take a tactical timeout, discuss their options. Get 4 of these per game, not per half. Allows the coach to chime in for 30 seconds and offer up his 2 cents as to what the opposition were doing, how they should be reacting, and what to expect generally. Guardian will have himself a lovely Deagle and AWP. What's the play here? Vitality have still so much buffer time here. They can just go for some quick rounds. They can change the pace up, try and surprise the FaZe defense. So we get back into it momentarily. The final few words are exchanged. Got 10 seconds till the next round begins. Round 23. Trying to make the scoreline more competitive here. ZywOo, like we said, with the AWP. 23 kills. He hasn't actually contributed that much in the second half so far. It's all about the first half for him. I feel like he's put in a decent shift regardless.
He was, yeah, his defense was such a rash on the map of Dust 2. It felt like he was everywhere.
Once again, RPK gets out cleanly. Takes no damage this time. Before it was 95, this time 0.
Quite the upgrade. NiKo's going to make that AWP presence aware on A, and actually ZywOo's on the hunt.
You can see NiKo getting fully flashed there, fires a shot, looks towards his teammate's screen to confirm whether he actually got the kill wide blind. Obviously, you want to find out as quickly as possible.
He's holding a tight line, they can sneak underneath.
Thoroughly up.
He realises it and he's got the timing just right. Should be able to take one. Nice work onto RPK, but ZywOo's there. And now onto Neo. They see the bomb. Alex arrives to stop that rotate. Range shut down before he can arrive on A. Olof's taking a bit of a detour towards Tons and have access to the site. NBK has the bomb.
Good to Molotov as well. They can get a clean plan down here. That's going to be for long. If ZywOo's down towards that position with the AWP, they're in a great position. They still have one smoke remaining. Presumably use that towards short. So Alex has it in hand. He's top of... He's actually towards long, rotating back from middle. So he can't actually smoke towards short, but maybe he can flash them into position. Flash actually catches ZywOo.
Didn't quite nail it, and that's a good flash in return. Enables Neo to swing up wide. I don't think MBK's going to be ready for it. Damage done. He's not gone down. And Alex, he's doing everything he needs to. And Vitality, they take FaZe down with ease. An exceptional defense finished off in the second half. 3 rounds was all they needed, and it gets it.
Well, people were talking a lot about Vitality in the last stage of the tournament. They opened things up on Dust 2 against Simon Gaming. They got battered and bruised 16-8. They have been grinding, though, every game getting a little bit better. They had a day off before the new Legend stage and now finding themselves in a 2-0 position after a dominant performance here on Dust 2 against FaZe Clan. A staple map for them. It suits their playstyle and the